Ah, yes. It's time for all the news and updates. Now, I have to stress, there's a lot of them. Yeah, because over the past couple of weeks, we've been doing quite specialist episodes documenting the return of piping and drumming. Yeah, you've guessed it. We've got a lot of news to catch up on, so bear with us. And, of course, there will also always be stories that we don't manage to catch here on the podcast. So if there is something that we do happen to miss and you do believe it should get a mention here on the podcast, then please do email us in, bigrabshow@gmail.com. We will do our best to capture everything, but yeah, we're only human and we do only have some, limited time here in the podcast. We could be here talking for hours at this rate. There's just been so much over the past couple of weeks, but we will do our best. All right. Moving swiftly on, in previous podcasts we did announce about the sad passing of pipe major Joeadam, and a lot of people then followed up and sent a lot of well wishes and messages to ourselves here on the Big Rab Show team and passed on condolences. There was quite sad news to announce here on the podcast, and I'm happy to say, actually, that there's been a brilliant tribute, composed and performed that is entitled Pipe Major Joeadam. We've shared it out there now on the Rab Show social media. That was on the 13th of May, for those of you who are looking back. Quite an awesome tune, and I have to say, quite a fitting tribute. It's a really beautiful tune, and so full congratulations to Kyle Warren, and quite a beautiful piece of music, and quite a fitting tribute for such a legendary figure in the piping scene here in Northern Ireland, for sure. There you are. So go and check that out. So, speaking of Kyle Warren, actually, there was a little bit of an announcement today, and just as I'm recording this, Kyle Warren put out the huge announcement that he is dropping his album, and he's give us the title. It's called Relentless. And this will be out on Friday the 1st of July on Green Tracks Recordings, and it'll be available on all major streaming platforms for you to go and stream and download and purchase as well. So I have to say, I've got a special preview copy of it, and that's all I'm going to say on that front. And can I just say that this album, holy moly, it's amazing. So it's 12 tracks in total, all self-composed tunes. And we're going to have to get Kyle Warren on the show to tell us all about this. He's got quite a list of musicians who helped him make the album in the first place. We had Stevie Lawrence on bouzouki and electric and acoustic guitars. We had Adam Brown, who was also on guitars and boron. We had Craig Muirhead, who was on pianos and keys throughout. We had Jack Smedley, of course, from Rora. He was on fiddles and playing strings throughout. We had James Lindsay from Brayback, who was doing bass guitar on it. We had Scott McKay as well, who was doing drums and percussion, as well as the producer on the album was Scott Wood. So can I just tell you that those collection of people all in one album, these guys have really produced the goods here. And I have to, I'll give full credit where it's due. Kyle Warren's his album's incredible, and be prepared. I'm going to be, playing tracks from this on our Fuse FM Ballymoney radio show now for quite a while. So, yes, Kyle Warren, Relentless, is going to be released on the 1st of July. So, make sure you put that into your calendars, your diaries, wherever you're taking your notes. This is one album that you will not want to miss for sure. And, like I said, full disclosure, I have heard it. I have had a previous... I've been given an early release copy of it, let's say. And, there's quite a few tracks on there that absolutely slap. So good. So good. But, I'm not allowed to spoil it any further. I can't actually play any tracks here in the pod, but hopefully I will on a future podcast once I get chatting to Kyle as well. So, hopefully we'll get a chat lined up with Kyle and we'll hear all about the production of this incredible album, Relentless. You guys are going to want to hear it. All right, take it from me. This is one not to miss, for sure. So there you are. Congratulations to Kyle Warren on his upcoming album that'll out on July 1st. Indeed. Relentless. Okay, I have to give a little mention, actually, to something that happened online. I don't know if it's been fixed yet or not, but on May 17th, Akatubui bagpipe specialists and Emily Craig Highlandware put out an announcement saying that their pages on social media on Facebook have been hacked. Now, I actually contacted Gary Nimmo about this, and I wasn't sure if he was aware of it at the time. I drew it to his attention, and apparently they were hacked, and all sorts of madness was posted out on their social media. I think it was about shoes, encouraging people to buy shoes or trainers or things like that. I don't really remember specifically. There's just a lot of photographs of shoes and trainers and encouraging people to click links and stuff. So horrible whenever anyone's social media gets hacked like this. So they put out a little bit of an apology then saying that Up to the Line Pipe Band podcast and the Emily Craig Highlandware page have all been hacked, and quite a horrible experience. So hopefully that's all been behind them now and they've managed to get full control back. So it's just one of those things. It's social media, isn't it? Yeah, horrible. But there you go. Hopefully that's all been rectified now and normal service has been resumed. If anything, it kind of raises the question, where are the Up to the Line Pipe Band podcast lads? Yeah, they've all sort of disappeared now. Don't know where they are. And I'm a huge fan of that podcast. And they just haven't been around now for a while. So that's such a shame. So hoping that the Up to the Line lads sit back down again with the microphone again. So, definitely missing that podcast for sure. So, if anyone there is connected to Up to the Line, or even if you are from the Up to the Line pod, come on back, fellas. We miss you, We need more Up to the Line. Alrighty, moving on. Of course, I have to talk about Piping Live. Piping Live! Woo! Yep, Piping Live 2022. A huge announcement today that the festival is back. And boy, is it back. They have announced the full, well, not the full lineup, but they have given us a little clue as to some of the particular highlighted events that they are wanting people to come to. And there's some old favourites in here. There's some new ones as well. And one of the things that I take from it, from this huge announcement that they put out today about the Pipe and Live Festival, is that they are sticking with the hybrid model. Now, what I mean by that is that it will be a combination of in-person events, but for those internationally, you'll also be able to tune in and watch it online. Ooh, now that's not bad. So having that option to be able to tune in online and be able to enjoy the festival internationally, that's huge. And that, I guess, this is something that we've learned over the course of the pandemic, of just how huge live stream content like this can be. So Pipe and Live are sticking with it. So not only will you be able to get your seat in the audience and catch the action live in person, but also, if you can't make that journey, then, yeah, you can tune in online. Now, I have to say, looking at some of the possible headliners that they have at this year's Piping Live, we have events at the Old Fruit Market, which is one of the hugest venues down there. It's a fantastic venue. They have Rora, who'll be doing a bit of a show down there. Rora! Yeah, Rora Live, that's going to be an experience. They're also going to have Ross Ainsley there as well as Breege Campbell. Yeah, so that, hey, what's not to love there? So that's at the Old Fruit Market. But they have all sorts of other different pipers and drummers and things all throughout the festival. Again, there's just way too much of a list here for me to even go through. But I'll give you some of the usual favourites that are returning for now. So the Pipe Major Alistair Gillies Memorial Recital Challenge is back again. And we have, the lineup. We have Callum Beaumont, Finlay Johnson, Sarah Muir, Angus McCall, and Matt McIsaac will be playing at this. Oh my God. Yeah, so that's shaping up to be an awesome event. So, yeah, really looking forward to that. The Pipe Major Alistair Gillies Memorial Recital Challenge is always sold out every year, and for good reason. And as you heard by that lineup there, it's definitely going to be worth checking out. As for the international quartets, yes, they're back again. And, yeah, they will feature bands such as Simon Fraser and Shots and a load of others as well that'll all be duking it out as part of the international quartets. Just awesome to see this competition back again. It's definitely a fan favourite, and a lot of people dead excited about that, myself included, indeed. Now, one of the little things that they just happened to sprinkle in there as part of their announcement is that the National Youth Pipe Band of Scotland are going to celebrate its 20th birthday, and they're going to be doing this in Glasgow City Halls. Now, the band will showcase, apparently, 10 brand new compositions that have been written as part of their Emerging Composers project. Now, we've been keeping track of this, of their Emerging Composers project, and they've been announcing over the past few days and weeks of who these emerging composers are. And these composers are composing, like I say, brand new 10 compositions that have never been heard before. So really looking forward to hearing this. So a lot of these musicians, I'm not sure, have ever composed music for a pipe band before. So this, it's a blank canvas for them. So really looking forward to this. And of course, as soon as we hear more information on this showcase by the National Youth Pipe Band of Scotland, we'll definitely let you guys know where you can get tickets. Yeah. Alrighty. Again, just to let you know, the Silver Chanter is back again. Yes, the Silver Chanter is back again. And we also have the Masters Solo Piping Competition. It's back again as well. Oh my God, and we're not done. We have the Gordon Duncan Memorial Competition as well. We have the Pipe Idol Competition. It's back as well. Oh, hi, there's just way too much, all right? And I'm going to get myself way too ridiculously excited already at this point. But there's one last little thing that I did want to drop into conversation. And there will be a closing concert at the festival, which is always a huge draw. The closing concert for Piping Live always pulls in a massive, massive crowd, and it's a huge shindig. It's a big party. Everyone gathers together, thumps out some good tunes, and dances until the wee hours. Well, this year's closing concert will be by none other than legendary bagpiper Fred Morrison. Oh my God! Yep, the Fred Morrison Trio, no doubt, will be back on stage, closing things out at the Piping Live Festival. Apparently he'll be playing alongside Paddy Keenan as well, who's one of the founding members of the Bothy Band. I'm sure you guys know that. Really looking forward to this Fred Morrison Trio concert to wrap things up at Piping Live. Wow. All right, now, I have to say, I am not going through the full listings here. There's a load of stuff that I've already missed out, and can I just say that it's just awesome to see Piping Live back again, number one. Number two, it's awesome to see that they're going with the hybrid model, with both live in-person events and live streaming online as well. That's fantastic. But also, looking at the lineup for all of these events that I've just mentioned, they're just ridiculous. They look so good, man. So I cannot wait for Piping Live this year. Oh, from Saturday the 6th to Sunday the 14th of August, this is going to be our Christmas, folks. Cannot wait for Piping Live this year. And, I have to mention as well for Piping Live, they are still looking for pipe bands who want to play in Buchanan Street as part of this year's festival. So if you are interested in applying, they are still taking applications. So you can go and check that out on Piping Live's social media. All the links and everything are up there now where you can go and apply and have your band be a part of the Piping Live Festival playing in Buchanan Street. Yeah, awesome stuff. So go along, apply for it and be a part of things. It's shaping up to be quite an awesome festival this year. It's hard to believe that Piping Live's been going for 19 years now. Wow, yeah, I remember the first one. That hadn't shown me age now. There you go. But shout out to Piping Live. Quite an exciting announcement today. Really looking forward to that. Yeah, it's my Christmas, indeed. Okay, I have to put a mention out this week to the Pipe Band Association of South Africa. Yeah, they are actively seeking people to help them and to join their content team. So they're on the hunt for people to join and, helping them out with online content, I guess. So they're saying that if you're passionate about pipe bands, Highland or Irish dancing or folk music, in fact, all things Celtic, then why not get in contact with them? You'll need your own gear, apparently, a flair for writing, perhaps, and discovering neat stories. Yeah, and some social media experience would be an advantage, however not essential. But for more information, you can always contact them, info@pbasa.co.za. There you are. Or ZA, if you're in the United States. But yeah, there you are. If you do want to help out, they are still actively recruiting for anyone out there to be part of their content team. So yeah, go and check that out. It's on the Pipe Band Association of South Africa social media right now. And go and give them a shout if you do want to be a part of things. Alrighty. Now, I have to give a mention, as we were insanely busy at the British Championships over the weekend, I have to give a mention to all the good folks down under in Queensland. Yeah, and a special mention actually to the social media account Black Bear, who managed to capture pretty much every performance from the competition from the Queensland Pipe Band State Championships, which were held in Ipswich Turf Club. Yeah, now looking at this competition, and pretty much the standard throughout was ridiculously high. But let's look at our results then, shall we? We had grades all the way from Novice Juvenile A all the way through to Grade 2. No Grade 1 on the day, unfortunately. So we had the Novice Juvenile A, the champions on the day were Brisbane Boys College number 1. Novice Juvenile B, the champions were Brisbane Boys College number 2. Bit of a pattern there. So well done, Brisbane Boys College, lifting those both grades there. Well done, guys. And I think they also lifted the drumming in each grade as well. Not bad at all. On to Grade 4B then, the City of Ipswich themselves lifted the title there in 4B. And Brisbane Boys College number 2 lifted the drumming in 4B. On to Grade 4B and Novice Juvenile B medley competition, which was his own grade. Brisbane Boys College number 2 lifted that, and they lifted the drumming too. In Grade 4A then, Brisbane Boys College number 1 lifted that one, as well as the drumming went to BBC Old Collegians Pipe Band. MSR preference, apparently they lifted that. And I guess BBC stands for Brisbane Boys College again. You notice that's a bit of a pattern here. In Grade 3, we had the City of Ipswich, who lifted the top spot. I think they were the only band in Grade 3, however. So in Grade 2, moving on, we had Emmanuel College Highlanders, who put on quite a cool performance, actually. Really enjoyed watching that. And, they also lifted the drumming as well on MSR preference. There you are. So, yeah, shout out to Black Bear and to everyone down there in Queensland for the State Championships. I dare say it was a pretty awesome event, and we have heard a lot of great reports from it. So if you are so interested, you can go and check out the Big Rab Show on social media. We've shared out those performances from that event, and of course, thank you to Black Bear for filming those. So they did put us in as a hashtag so we would see it. So thank you, folks. Really appreciated that. There you are. So shout out to you guys down under. Quite an awesome day. All right, I have to give a brief mention to RG Hardy and Co. Bagpipes, who have put out an announcement saying that they have launched a new line of merch. So not only do they make bagpipes and chanters and all sorts of goodies, but they're now also making t-shirts and t-shirts and hoodies and beanie hats as well. Shout out to Isla Stout, by the way, who was modelling for them. There's photographs of Isla wearing the t-shirts and beanies and stuff, and it looks pretty sweet, actually. So, yeah, if you do fancy some RG Hardy swag, then go and check out their merchandise tab on their website, where you can go peruse at your leisure and give give yourself a wee treat there. Why not? Alrighty, now we have to give a shout out this week to the Charleston Pipe Band. Charleston Pipe Band! Yeah, and our own voice of weekly drone to JD Ingram. Those guys apparently had quite an awesome concert over the course of the weekend, raising quite a lot of money as well along the way. Now, we had a video actually of the Charleston Pipe Band as they were leaving the concert venue. Apparently, the band just decided to form up and just keep playing, then marched all the way from the concert venue to their local pub for a few after-show drinks. Now, this was awesome to see. So pretty much the band left the stage and just kept on walking. And they made their journey from venue to local pub in style. So go and check out that video. We've shared it out there, of course, on the Rab Show social media. It's really quite cool. So shout out to the Charleston Pipe Band. So glad that your event went so well, folks, and your concert and everything. And raised some good, much needed funds along the way. But have a good tune as well, too. So it was a lot of fun there. Well done, guys. Alrighty, speaking of good tunes, I have to give a mention to Simon Fraser University Pipe Band. Yes, did you folks see the recordings? Oh man, yeah. I think there's 2 recordings overall, 2 performances of Simon Fraser University Pipe Band from a competition this past weekend. Now, I'm not entirely sure which contest this is. This could be stuff that Rab got wrong. But if anyone can confirm the competition, please let us know. We had 2 recordings of SFU, and one of which I think was a brand new medley that we've never heard before, which honestly just sounded amazing. I don't have words for it. If anything, I wish that the camera person could maybe move to a different part of the band, because in different parts the drumming was lost, and we kind of lost it behind a wall of pipes. So, but that's my only complaint, I guess. You're dealing with online recordings. That's a thing you just have to deal with. But yeah, full credit to SFU, who just sounded pretty awesome. That's pretty much what I'm going to say on that front. I really can't wait to hear them in person if I do get the opportunity this year. I would love to. Listening to the music here that they have in this brand new medley, pretty much a force to be reckoned with. So if you haven't listened to it yet, please do yourself a favour. Go along to the Rab Show social media. Again, we've shared out all the links and stuff to these recordings from SFU. And draw your own conclusions. But I think... sounding very strong there for SFU. So, boding well for the future, I reckon. Indeed. Alrighty, have to give a mention we're talking about the future, aren't we? Well, in the future, May 29th to be precise, we're looking forward to seeing the City of Angels Pipe Band. Yes, this upcoming weekend at Scottish Fest, we're looking forward to seeing the debut performance of the City of Angels Pipe Band. This will be the first time the band will have actively hit the grass for a competitive tune. Now, on their TikTok account, of all places, the City of Angels Pipe Band have uploaded various different little tiny 10-second clips of them practicing. The full band on the grass, not in uniform, however, practicing their competition sets. Now, if you are on TikTok, you can go and have a look at those, but like I say, they're only 10 seconds long, so you blink and you'll miss them. But this weekend, very much looking forward to Scottish Fest and the unveiling of the City of Angels Pipe Band. Very much looking forward to hearing them perform. So Scottish Fest at the Orange County Fairgrounds this weekend, Sunday the 29th, looking forward to the unveiling of the City of Angels. It seems to be we've been talking about the City of Angels band now for a while, so looking forward to that. Alrighty. Now, I have to talk about some competition draws. It's been quite a busy week in the piping scene, and as we have dates on the calendar, then we need to carry out draws for these competitions. Just coming up, actually, we have the Ulster Championships, which is next week, Saturday the 4th of June, and we have the draw, which is up there now on the RSPBA Northern Ireland website. And I'm pleased to say we have all the way from Grade 4B up to Grade 1. However, we just have the one band in Grade 1. Closskelt are going to be playing a run in Grade 1. As for Grade 2, quite a number of bands in here, actually, but thanks to a few bands actually playing up. The bands playing up are Columkill, Matt Boyd Memorial, and Clocker and District. But we have our usual Grade 2 big guns in there. We've Manor Cunningham, St Mary's, Derry Trasna, and Ravara are going to be in there in Grade 2, checking it out. So, I'm not going to go through the rest of the draw. You can go and have a look at it yourself. It's up there now on rspbani.org, the website, and yeah, just going to have a look at it. Mid-Ulster Championship draw is up there now for you to look at. So yes, for those of you who are noting your calendars, that's Saturday the 4th of June. One such mention I do want to talk about, we are noticing quite a jump in numbers actually. Quite a number of bands that we haven't seen yet are going to be out for the first time. So, namely bands such as McNeilstown, Pershain District, we haven't seen them yet. Drumlock as well, we haven't seen them. Of course, Tullylagan as well. Go on, the Lagan! Yeah! I have to do that. And then Battle Hill as well. So, quite a number of bands, actually, that we haven't seen. And I'm sure there's a load of other bands that I haven't mentioned. And people's going to get upset. So, yeah, all through the grades. And, yeah, really looking forward to this competition, to seeing quite a number of bands that we just haven't seen yet. Looking forward to the Mid-Ulsters on the 4th of June. All right. Speaking of draws as well, the draw for the European Championships in Inverness is available. It's up there now on the RSPBA website. And yeah, quite pleased to announce there's well over 100 plus bands entered for the Euros. So it's shaping up to be quite an awesome competition. However, there is a little bit of controversy about this one because it's ticketed. Yeah, the championship in Inverness is ticketed, and you need to purchase a ticket to get through the gates. So if you do want to be a spectator at this event, please make sure that you purchase your tickets now from pipinginverness.com. Now, we've heard many complaints about this. The price of the tickets, actually, for this are pretty high. I think even with a concession at face value for an adult, it's £15. Ooh, it's £15 per person, per adult walking through that gate. So, yeah, I'm thinking, oh, sorry, concession tickets are a tenner. You get a fiver off. But, yeah, that's not, that's a lot. And especially with the cost of living going up here in the UK at the moment, that could be quite a stretch for people. But still, quite an awesome event, I have to argue. Whenever you consider there's over 100 plus bands heading to this, it's going to be quite the competition, but that is a bit of a sting in the tail. 15 odd quid to get through the gate. Ouch. So there you go. That's Piping Inverness and the European Championships. Yeah, and please make sure that you do buy your tickets for that and avoid disappointment. That's one thing that just kind of crept up on a lot of people, that these events, some of them are ticketed, and the Euros is one of them. I also have to mention that the UK Championships in Lurgan are also ticketed. You have to go on their website and everything. I think it's Visit Armagh, I think is the website where all the tickets and that are on. We've shared out all the links and stuff, of course, on the Rab Show social media, reminding people that you need to get tickets. And I think tickets cost for about £8 or £9. I think I just got mine yesterday. So, yeah, please make sure that you get your tickets for these events. These major championships unexpectedly have a cover price on tickets to sell for the general public. So unless you're competing, obviously if you're competing you'll get in, no bar at all. But if you're wanting to go in as a spectator, yeah, expect a little bit of outfall, that you're going to need to fork out some dough to get through the gate. Yeah, and I know that sticks in the throat of some people, but hey, it's one of those things. Yeah, there you are. I've said it here in the pod. Please make sure you get your tickets and secure that you get through that gate, no problem. There you are. Alrighty, moving on. Well, this weekend we have a competition coming up here in the island of Ireland, actually, and it's the South of Ireland Pipe Band Championships. This is being held in Mallow Castle Grounds in County Cork. Now, as far as any further information on this competition, it's been pretty limited. We haven't been able to see a draw or anything online for this just yet. But perhaps if you're listening to the pod now and you do have that info, then please do send it on to us. But yeah, looking forward to that. The South of Ireland Pipe Band Championships, I dare say, will be quite a big draw for bands in the Republic of Ireland, and looking forward to that. I've been told that the venue for these championships at Mallow Castle Grounds, it's quite a picturesque venue and very popular. So, yeah, looking forward to that. The South of Ireland Pipe Band Championships on Saturday, May the 28th. Looking forward to that. All right, now I'm going to give some shameless plugs here, and people are going to shake their head and go, Rab, come on. Right, well, so I'm going to do it really quick, all right? I have to give a shout out to the Bagpipe Refurb Company, who were putting out little video clips and stuff talking about MH Reeds and their brand new ambassador, Ali Lavac. Yes, Ali was on playing some pipes, of course, from the Bagpipe Refurb Company, but he was playing a set of MH Reeds as well, which are sold by the Bagpipe Refurb Company. And quite a blistering tune or two played by Ali Lavac, so well done, Ali. That was quite a lot of fun. Yeah, shout out to the Bagpipe Refurb Company as well, because they've just launched a new Twitter account. So just yesterday, whenever I'm recording this. So yeah, shout out to them, and if you are on Twitter, consider giving them a follow, indeed. Also, have to give a good shout to friends of the show and supporters of us, of course, mcclellan Bagpipes. And yeah, they've put out a bit of an announcement on social media telling us who their ambassadors are. Of course, Adrian Melvin. We have Piper Ali from TikTok. We've had our Piper on the show, of course. We had Brian May, previous Beard of the Year winner. Yeah, and Stuart Marshall, of course, as well. All ambassadors of mcclellan Bagpipes. So shout out to you guys. And yeah, raising the profile of mcclellan Bagpipes. Awesome stuff. There you are. So, that's all of the plugs out of the way. Okay? Now, I was telling you there about competitions and stuff and making sure you get your tickets. There's one such competition that's coming up, and that's the All-Ireland Championships in New Ross. And I do have to mention on the pod this week that for anyone going to the All-Ireland Championships in New Ross, and if you're taking a camper or a caravan, or if you need a disability parking space or anything like that, where you need specific parking arrangements, they're asking you to get in contact with them and pre-book. Pre-booking is required. You can't just land down to the venue with your caravan and your camping gear, say, hey, we're here for the weekend. This all needs to be pre-booked, all right? Now, if you are thinking of heading down with a camper van or a caravan or anything like that, then the email address you need is allireland2022@gmail.com. And that way you can pre-book a pass. They will sort out all the prices and where exactly you can park and all of that stuff, but it all needs to be prior arranged. So if you are thinking of landing down there and camping out for the weekend, or if you do need a disability parking space, these can all be got, but they all need to be pre-booked in advance. So you've been warned. Alrighty. Okay. Now, I have to give a mention to the Music Service for Pipes and Drums, who this week put out quite a special announcement, one of which that we were looking forward to for quite a while. Yes, the Music Service for Pipes and Drums are heading to Lorient Festival. Now, we've covered this before, where the Music Service for Pipes and Drums have been at Lorient before, and they took part in the festival as well as the big parade and stuff. And it's quite an awesome event. It's a week-long festival packed full of music, especially bagpiping and drumming, and it's basically a big celebration. So an event I've never actually been to is the Lorient Festival. I always wanted to go, but hey, if you want to go, then now is your opportunity. They are asking you to contact them if you do want to go to the Lorient Festival. So from the 4th to the 14th of August, you fly out from Dublin. All flights, food and accommodation are included. There you are. So, if you're interested and you can play a tune or two, then definitely get in contact with the Music Service for Pipes and Drums. We've shared out all the details, of course, on our social media on The Big Rab Show, and all the tunes and stuff that you need to learn are all up there now on the Music Service for Pipes and Drums YouTube channel. So, let's just say they're not really hugely challenging, although there are some tunes in there that you might not have heard before, and will pique your interest. So there is some new music in there, to kind of challenge your playing, but also some old favourites in there too that you've probably played before. Go and give the Music Service for Pipes and Drums a shout. They are, flying from Dublin to the Lorient Music Festival, and from the 4th to the 14th of August. Now, we do understand that this does clash with the World Championships and the Piping Live Festival, so do keep that in mind. If you are planning on attending the World Championships, you may not be able to go along to the Lorient Festival as well. And that's possibly one of the biggest reasons why I've never been to the Lorient Festival, because I always end up heading to, Piping Live in the Worlds, I suppose. So there you go. Yeah, it's one of those ones, but I guess I've been told that it's every 3 or 4 years the Lorient Festival doesn't clash with the Worlds, and it either runs the week before the Worlds or the week after. So, who knows? In the future, I may well get to the Lorient Festival. I've heard that many stories about it. I would love to go there. Anyway, there you are. There's your opportunity if you do want to go. All right, I have to give a big plug this week to the Royal Edinburgh Military Tattoo, who have finally announced their full lineup for 2022. And there's quite a collection of bands in here. I am not going to sit here and read you a hashtag list because there's loads. But yeah, there's some bands in here that are traveling internationally to attend the Royal Edinburgh Military Tattoo for 2022. And shout out to all you folks who are making the journey and being part of quite a special show. And I have to say, it's an experience that you will never, ever forget. Just that moment of walking over the esplanade and stuff, and the lights and the smoke and everything, and just the thundering music of all those pipes, all those drums. It's an experience that you won't forget. So, yeah, shout out to everyone there who's been listed as part of the Royal Edinburgh Military Tattoo. Congratulations on getting your spot, and I do wish you all the very best performance possible. And do please take time to enjoy it. As much as it's busy, please do take that moment or two to enjoy it. Indeed. All right, I have to give a mention to a band who have been talking about it now for quite a number of weeks, ramping up to it, the release of their brand new album. I have to give a shout to Eval. Eval, of course, launched their brand new album at the Piping Centre this past weekend. And can I just say, again, I bought it on pre-order. I couldn't wait for this thing to release. And it's incredible. The album, of course, is called Ailing, and just so many great blistering tracks on here. A mixture of trad vocal music, but as well blistering bagpiping in here as well. So quite an awesome album. I can see why they launched it at the Piping Centre too. And absolute thundering success for everyone there at Eval. And again, I think they're announcing various different gigs and stuff as a result as well. So now that the album's out, they're now out and around the country touring the brand new album. So please do check them out on social media. That's Eval, that's Eabhal, if you're trying to type that into your search engine. And definitely go and give them a watch. Quite an interesting band with some real incredible music. So yeah, I love this album, Ailing, from them. That was such an awesome release. Go and check them out and do yourself a favour. Alrighty. So speaking of the National Piping Centre and everything, I have to give a mention. And this week, of course, is the RCS Traditional Music Showcase events and their end-year recitals. Now, this is when normally all of the musicians who are in part of the either the traditional music degree or the piping degree specifically, this is when they start to sweat. So this is all their third and fourth year BMUS piping students are all taking to the stage as part of their end year recitals. And all of the performances now are all linked on the National Piping Centre website where you can tune in and actually watch it live. Now, I'm not going to give you the full list of names of it because there's way too many to mention. But suffice to say, go along to the National Piping Centre website, full details there where you can check out all these performances from these end-year recitals by these students. And let's just say that you will not be disappointed by the quality of piping on offer here, for sure. Alrighty. Now, of course, on a previous podcast, you did hear us mention that ourselves and the Big Rab Show team are going to the Monterey Scottish Games and Celtic Festival. Well, yes, we are. Just to confirm, again, you didn't hear us wrong. We've been actually asked a bunch of questions about this, saying, Rab, are you going to California or did I mishear you? Yep. No, yes, we are going to California. I don't know how many times I have to say it. Yes, we are going to the Monterey Scottish Games and Celtic Festival. And just this past week, actually, they were putting out a bit of announcements and stuff about what's happening there. They have various different performances throughout the weekend of various ceilidh events, but also they have a kitchen piping competition that we've been talking about specifically here on the Big Rab Show, and that we're going over there to cover that. We do hope to actually live stream the competition from the kitchen piping event, which is a freestyle competition with 10 top international competitors with $1,000 as a top prize, which, yeah, again, I would ask you, go along to the Monterey Celtic Festival website. Full details on the competition are all up there now. And this is all on top of, the pipe band competition, which is happening on the Saturday as well, I have to stress. So there's so much great music on offer here, and competitive piping and drumming and drum majoring. There's dancing, there's all sorts of stuff at this, and it's just going to be a crazy event that we're so excited to get to. So go along, MontereyCelticFest.com, and check out all the details on the kitchen piping, all your Ceilidh events and stuff, all your live music. There's a lot to unpack here. And of course, ourselves and the Big Rab Show team will be there. There will be myself, of course, I will be there, and Deej McIntosh, our Scotland correspondent, and of course now, our British champion, James Kennedy, will be there too. So, looking forward to that. The Monterey Highland Games, the Scottish Games and Celtic Association, to give them the full title. It's MontereyCelticFest.com for all your details. And, we are going to California. So, those of you out there, who want to possibly meet us in the States, there you are. There's your chance. Why not? Head along to the Monterey Scottish Games, and we'll see you there for a pint. Indeed. Okay, I have to give a particular mention to Closcelt Pipe Band, who this past weekend, obviously were in action at the Major Championship in the British, but then straight afterwards, as soon as they landed home pretty much, were involved at the Miss Northern Ireland final. Yeah, they were supporting, of course, their bagpiper and as part of their ranks, who was actually in the final. So their bagpiper, Beth Preston, of course, made it all the way through to the final of Miss Northern Ireland. And Beth, of course, as part of the talent portion of the competition, threw a set of pipes under her arm and started playing some blistering hornpipes, and it was just awesome to see. Shout out to Beth, who made it through to the final. Well done, first of all. And again, shout out to Closcelt Pipe Band, who were on the night of the final. Part of the entertainment, I suppose. The band hit the stage along with drum majors, of course, Louise Smighton. So, shout out to everyone involved in that as performing at the Miss Northern Ireland final gala, which was held in the Europa Hotel in Belfast. So well done to everyone there at Closcelt. I dare say you've had a pretty decent time. I think that's an understatement. I think he's had a ball. So well done everyone involved there. And of course to Beth as well for making the final there of Miss NI, for sure. All right. Moving on, next little bit of piping news. I have to give a mention this week to something that's happening in WASPABA. The Western United States Pipe Band Association put out an announcement not too long ago talking about the YEC online competition. This was it's kind of the Youth Education Council, which is part of WASPABA. So that's kind of complicated, but hope you followed me. The YEC, which is the Youth Education Council, under WASPABA, the Western United States Pipe Band Association, are throwing an online competition. So all ages are welcome. You don't have to be a particularly youthful person. You can be an old fuddy-duddy like me. You can enter. For full information, of course, is available on the WASPABA social media and on their website as well. They're asking you to register today. Registration closes for this event on June 13th, and video submissions have to be with them by June 18th, 5 days later. So there you are. Just wanted to give it a bit of a plug. If you are interested in competing in an online competition, then go and check that out. Thanks to the WASPABA YEC. Yeah, there you are. Looking forward to that. Alrighty, well, if you are on the lookout for some brand new music and you can't wait until Kyle's new album comes out on the 1st of July, well then, why not give Scott Garden bagpiping a bit of a look on social media? Scott Garden has been thumping out the tunes over there on social media, on his Facebook page particularly, and one particular tune really did grab my attention, actually. It's a retreat march called Farewell to Bill Grant. Now, it's an original composition, and it was named by pipe major Robert Grant. So, hey, there you go. Go and check it out, all right? I just wanted to give a shameless plug because that's what I do. But check out Scott Garden Piping on social media. And again, he's been playing a lot of really fantastic tunes. And that was one that really did grab my attention there. That Farewell to Bill Grant, quite a cool tune. So go and check that out, indeed. Alrighty. I have to say that I have to give a mention to Kyle Howie. Kyle Howie! Now, we love giving Kyle a bit of a plug here on the show, and if you haven't checked out his YouTube channel yet, then you're doing yourself a disservice. But in recent days, Kyle Howie put it out on his YouTube channel, his rendition of Do Ragnar. Now, you might recognise that title, and that is the tune that was composed by Stuart Little, of course, in celebration of the Queen's Jubilee. Now, the reason I'm giving Kyle a particular mention is because Kyle has played Do Ragnar, of course, the 6/8 tune that was composed as part of the celebrations, but he also plays along with some absolutely beautiful harmonies. Now, this is the first time I've heard it with harmonies. Normally, whenever I'm used to hearing the tune, it's that video that Stuart had recorded himself, or it was the video recording that was uploaded by the Piping Centre. And it's one piper solitary playing on their own. But Kyle Howie took it a little stage further. Now, I'm not sure where the harmony lines came from, whether Kyle composed those himself, or whether they were composed by Stuart Little himself. I'm just not sure. But go along and check it out on Kyle Howie's YouTube channel. Definitely worth a watch, because thoroughly entertaining. So shout out to Kyle. Quite an awesome video. Quite an awesome tune too, indeed. Alrighty, so I know, shameless plugs, but a pile of news in there. And hopefully, that's a lot for you to get your teeth into this week, and hopefully we've managed to capture everything. But no doubt we've probably missed something. But yeah, if we have, and we should have caught it, then please do email us in. bigrabshow@gmail.com is our email address. Definitely drop us in a message if there's anything that we've missed that is glaringly obvious. Alrighty. Well, folks, you've guessed it. It's time for me to go and get myself a big cup of tea and talk about, it's time for Topic of the Week.